Welcome again to another feature of a Canadian module company. This time I'm featuring CCTV, who is from Victoria, BC, home of one of my favorite Canadian bands, Hot Heat. Make sure to check out the description. I'm going to have all the important links that I mention in the video in there. CCTV isn't for video surveillance. This one is for capital City Transistor and Valve. The current module that we're looking at and that I'm going to feature here is called the Nerve Center. But before I jump into that, I didn't realize, but I had a CCTV module previously. This clip is taken from my print room generative music video. And the module that's right in the middle, kind of under all those wires, that's kind of hard to see, but it does look like a Platts clone, if you know Mutable Instruments Platts. And that is actually a Mutable Instruments Platts clone. Try saying that. That module in particular, you can kind of notice it down at the bottom, and when I jump back to the module that I'm featuring, it's got the same markings down at the bottom, because it was created and built by CCTV. Unlike other Eurorack companies, though, I didn't see this Platts clone or any Mutable Instruments clones on their modular grid site. Nerve Center, the one that I'm featuring, though, on the other hand, is there. So, if you visit the CCTV website, it looks to be more of a repair shop than, say, like a module creation company. However, in my mind anyways, it started out as a repair shop. They started making modules. They were really successful at it, and they kept doing it. They designed a whole bunch. That's what you find on Modular Grid, but they do way more like these Mutable Instruments clones. From their site, they sell build kits, they design modules, they do workshops on how to build stuff, and I believe that they are still a repair shop too. So if you got a broken synth, you can send it into them. The CCT Nerve Center that I'm featuring here is much simpler than that Platts clone. But I absolutely love this module. My Nerve Center I got on a trade, and initially when I got it, I thought that one of the LEDs was burnt out, and I thought that was a little bit annoying. But what is super cool about this module is that it has mutes. And so that's how I was able to isolate the sounds when I featured the Boo Boo. And what you can hear in the background is still that Quanalog Boo Boo, another Canadian module. And what's really neat is as you click the mutes, the light goes out to indicate that that channel is muted, which is absolutely cool. Down at the bottom here, the outs seem to sum to the right, and what I like about it is I've got all of the channels patched, and each channel has its own out, so it can just be a volume fader for whatever is coming out, and I really like that. Right into my mixer, I like having 4 separate channels and I can adjust the volume. But if you want to have it all coming out in one channel, if you just unplug channels, it sums to the right, and that rightmost one there it'll come out of that one, and you can just take it all in one channel if you want to. Super cool, super simple, and it's just awesome. Anyways, that is the simplicity and awesomeness of this Nerve Center module right there. Check it out and find in the description all the important links.